All right, hello everyone. I am just making this video, I guess, to be transparent, so to speak. My hair looks horrible right now. Honestly, I need to shower and everything and get ready for my day. I've just lost a lot of motivation for myself, I think. I feel like I don't know what. Well, I never really claimed to know what I was doing, right? Adulting is always just figuring out your whole life. But I just feel like I've stopped working towards my personal goals and growth. Like, I haven't been as focused on those things that I wanted. And it's not a good feeling, because I feel like having the motivation to grow and work on yourselves is what keeps a lot of people going. And I know a lot of people are motivated when they have a family or children or a relationship and those types of goals, but I mean, it's just me, myself, and I. So I don't know. I think I'm realizing a lot of times we're motivated extrinsically, right? So we're motivated by things outside of us. So for instance, oh, I want to be able to have, or I shouldn't say extrinsically, but by somewhat materialistic things. So wanting a new house, wanting a new car. Something that I've just realized though is that things are never going to fulfill me. Everything that I said I wanted and I got it, it never actually satisfied me. It was just a temporary, oh yeah, I have this, now I have this. It's now I need something else now, right? So it's just I'm not really motivated by materialistic things. And I feel like sometimes I fall back into that pattern of, ooh, if I just get this new thing, I'll be happy again. But that's not what motivates me or inspires me, because I know it's not fulfilling at the end of the day. So it's my personal goals or experiences, those are things that I feel like I want. So I'm trying to get motivated for my purpose, my career, and the things that I love to do. So I think I kind of not necessarily ruined anything, but I had an opportunity to work in a salon. But after thinking everything through, I was like, this isn't the best time, right? But that was something I was looking forward to, because it was a step towards, a different kind of career, a career that I felt like I could grow in. And so the timing of that is changing now. And I just don't know what my next step is, right? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to prop y'all up, but this is just not a good angle. There's something weird on my hand. Okay. Anyways, it just, the timing just has never felt right for me, right? So I've been making content on YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. And one thing I kind of am realizing, I don't want to be the type of person who is posting content just to like impress or like please other people, right? Like I want to make things that I love and that I'm proud of, but not things that I'm just, trying to, I don't want to make things just for the sake of like getting attention or something like that. So my motivation has to come from like within. And so something I've really been wanting to put more time into. Oh my gosh. I'm about to just put my hoodie on. I look so rough. I really just want to start focusing on my making music again. But again, it also kind of just seems like I'm stuck in a sense. But truth be told, the only person that's getting in the way of you accomplishing your dreams is usually you. And I feel like I've been kind of getting in my own way somewhat. Because I feel like I'm like, I want to feel like the time is right. I'm like, how do you know when the time is right though? It's like if you're not actively working towards something, but you're just expecting it to happen out of nowhere, that's not really realistic, right? So I'm like, I just need to start working towards my goals and dreams and find the motivation to do everything. And for me, it's hard sometimes because I know I'm not like this well-liked person who people are like looking at for anything. Like I'm not saying I don't matter. I just don't feel like I'm not like popular, pretty much is what I'm saying. Like I'm not like a popular person. I've never been popular. I've never had like a lot of followers or a bunch of people who like me. And I think that's true for a lot of people who just aren't, I don't know. I've always been like kind of somewhat shy. I'm not like the shyest person, but I don't necessarily like crave attention all the time from other people. And I feel like I'm not super full of myself. I just remembered my camera. I'm gonna try to film a video for my main channel, which by the way, I'm kind of like rebranding to be more advice story time types of videos, and then eventually like music, which has been something I've been wanting to do for a while. So this channel is where will be posting my majority of like hauls and stuff for anyone who is subscribed to my main channel, because I have been getting a lot more views on my hauls. I honestly don't know. Like my YouTube channel, I'm kind of in a rut with it too. It's just a lot, but I'm gonna figure it out eventually. I just am kind of in a little bit of a pickle right now. And I also feel like I don't have anything to really look forward to anymore. Like I haven't planned any trips. I have no real plans for the future, which sounds so depressing, right? Like not having anything to look forward to. And I think that's how people get unhappy, is they stop looking forward to things, because I don't know, it's a very hard thing to think about. I don't don't know, y'all. Basically, I just want to get motivated again. I liked when I was very motivated and working hard for like a goal. Like that's what kept me going, right? But I want to make goals that are not just about materialistic things. And I want to make goals that are like to better myself as a person overall, not just, to be like well liked or to have like a bunch of followers or to like make myself this more important person. Mostly just like I just want to become the best version of myself. So that's what I've kind of been praying about, is just being a better person overall, like being more loving, more kind, more patient, more generous, pretty much all of like the fruits of the spirit for those of y'all who are Christians and know what those things are. But having those and displaying those more in my life, and then like my personal and career goals are probably the things that I'm struggling the most with. And I think it's because, one, I've kind of stopped trying to make my own goals work, which I don't know if that was the smart thing or the right thing. It's something I'm still figuring out. But I've been in a lot of situations where I kept trying to do things my way and it wasn't working out, and because of that I kept getting depressed or like sad. And so I kind of took a motto of, let go, let God. But I think like I've taken that a little bit too much, where I'm just like not even trying to do anything. And now I just feel like I've become lazy and unmotivated, which I don't like how that feels. So I'm trying to like refigure out, what are the steps I can take every day to grow as a person and be a better person, but also to like stay motivated and work towards something that is good for myself and other people. Because ultimately, I'd rather help people and not be just focused on myself all the time. I don't know, for me, I've never liked, I don't like focusing so much on just myself all the time. So it's like, I don't know, y'all. It's a lot to think about, and I'm a very like intrinsic, deep thinker. Like I'm probably do it a lot. I self-reflect a lot and ask myself like these types of questions to work through, my problems, to work through my feelings, and to come up with a solution. Because I've had a lot of mental breakdowns on the internet, and I think it's okay to have emotions, it's okay to feel them, but it's not okay for your emotions to control you. So that's kind of why the point where I'm at, where I'm like, all right, so this is how we're feeling, but what are we going to do about it? How are we going to better yourself and not let a negative emotion or negative feeling affect your mental health again? So a lot of prayer, spending time reading my Bible, asking for wisdom, asking for guidance. But yeah, it's hard out here to get motivated. And I want intrinsic motivation, right? Because people will do things just to impress other people. And I know I shouldn't be doing things just to impress other people. I personally don't want that as a motivation. Like, because it's not even about me, it's just about wanting other people to like me, right? So that's why I don't want to be motivated by, I want other people to think of me a specific way, because that's not like a healthy mindset to have. But it's hard because I feel like a lot of us want people to like us, but at the same time, it's not healthy to do things just so people will like you. And I don't really care, in a sense, like, because I've never been well liked, because I've never had attention like that, I've never really had to value it. Because when I did value it but wasn't getting it, it made me feel worse, right? So I'm like, I need to stop trying to value having those things, because ultimately having the validation from other people is not what's going to make you feel better. Or it's not something that you should put your self-worth into. So yeah, y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's okay, but I'm going to get it together eventually, starting today. And I think some things that you can do are just make your bed in the morning, put effort into your appearance. I think that is something that I need to start doing again. I know I get on here looking rough most of the time. I do think that when I just put a little bit of effort into, doing my hair, putting on a nice outfit, doing my makeup, that is something that I can do that will make me feel better about myself and just have more confidence throughout my day. And there is something important. There is something good about just putting your best effort into everything that you do, including your outer appearance. I feel like this isn't even about like the superficial aspect of like needing people to think that you're something that you're not. It's just about you. When you take the time to put effort into those things, you're showing that you value yourself and that you value taking care of yourself, right? And that's the truth. Like, when I'm being really lazy and I'm just like, I don't care, it's usually because I'm like having a bad day, right? So when I actually go out of my way to put effort into that, it's usually a sign that, I care and I'm happy and I'm enjoying my life, so I want to put effort into those things. So that's something I probably want to try to do again, because looking rough all the time is starting to take effect on, somewhat my self-esteem, right? Even though I know I can always do my hair and makeup, I don't want to do it just to impress other people. It's about making sure that I'm putting my best effort forward and everything and building up my own confidence, right? So there are ways for you to do things that aren't for other people, but for yourself. And that's always great, right? So I don't put women down who don't do those things. It's saying, like, for myself, that makes me feel better. Working out, I probably need to start exercising again. I was pretty a lot happier when I was working towards my health, my fitness journey, weight loss journey, trying to eat healthy, making good decisions, and fasting and things like that. So that's another thing I can do. And I think just actually putting my best foot forward in everything I do. I feel like it's really hard for you to feel good about anything when you're not even trying, right? So that's something I need to work on. Overall, just being lazy is something that is I don't want to continue down this path. Being lazy is like probably one of the worst habits I've gotten into, and I don't like it. I don't like how it makes me feel because I'm like I'm not working towards bettering myself. I'm not pushing myself to do things better, and it's just I've gotten too complacent with where I am. So that's something that I really, really, really need to work on. Putting my best foot forward, just putting effort into everything that I do, because just knowing that you're giving something your all, like it doesn't even matter the end results, right? But you know that you did everything you possibly could, whether it turns out for the best or it doesn't. But when you're being lazy with something and you always have to think, well, I wonder where I would have been, or what I could have done if I had just put effort into that. You don't want to live with that regret of, I didn't even try and I was too lazy to try and I just gave up before I even tried, right? So this is kind of turning into a motivational video, which good, but I don't want to live my life regretting, not trying or not pushing myself, not doing my best, not, just actually trying to work hard for something. And my mom truly inspires me a lot because her work ethic is like probably she's one of the hardest working people I've ever seen in my life. And I don't even know. I should ask my mom where her work ethic comes from and get her advice about that. But she's truly so inspiring to me because I watched my mom work her butt off for years to get to where she is now. And I probably will never even know the number of sacrifices my mom made for me and my sisters, but I'm crying. But my mom truly is probably one of my biggest inspirations, and she literally works so hard for everything, and that's the work ethic I want to have in my life, where I just work hard. My mom tells me this all the time, right? My mom's already given me this type of advice, but as I get older, I realize how powerful the advice your parents give you actually is, right? But anyways, having that example of someone who works so hard, and pushes herself to the point where it's like, I tell my mom, like, can you please take a break? Like, you need to take a break and relax. Like, my mom pushes herself really, really hard, but the proof of her work is in her life and in the relationships she has with her clients, with people who work with her, who all have nothing but positive things to say about her. And that's also like a biblical principle. The Bible tells us to commit our work to the Lord so that our plans will succeed. So if you're not working hard at what you do, but you expect for God to just suddenly bless you and you're just doing the bare minimum. And so that's kind of the place that I'm in, right? I'm not saying this to tear someone down. It's literally for myself. Like, I'm like, that's the guilt that I'm feeling. Like, I'm wanting God to do so much stuff in my life, but I'm not even putting effort into myself or into my house, and I've just been so lazy, and I don't like that. So I have the power to change that, right? So you can't just blame your problems on other people. You have to take responsibility. My laziness is my problem that I have to take the necessary steps to work around so I'm not. Like, you can't blame other people for yourself, especially when you know the problem but you choose not to do anything about it. So this isn't really a complaint video, or maybe it is. I don't know if it comes up as complaining. It's more of just like, I recognize the problems that in myself that I see and I know I need to work on. And now I'm trying to formulate the steps I can take to eradicate that problem or to solve that problem. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just don't want to be lazy, and I gotta start somewhere. And if you're someone who's been lazy and you don't want to be lazy anymore, we can work on it together. And I feel like laziness is honestly not even like, I don't even know how to say it. It's like, I know I don't actually want to be lazy. It's like, as a Christian, I feel like laziness is just another type of spiritual attack or warfare on people, because I know I can work hard and have the ability to work hard when I want to, and in the times that I have pushed myself, I felt so much better. Like, that keeps me motivated, is working hard. So it's just like, when I do find myself in like this lazy, lagging, like position, I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Like, why am I suddenly like not motivated? So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, this is not what I want to be, so why, what I want to feel, so why am I feeling this type of thing? So knowing that that's not something I want for myself, and this is not even something that I'm like not proud of. It's like, why would I be doing this? I don't know if that last part is going to make sense to people, but pretty much it's just like another, what's the word? I can't think. Just like another hurdle to get over, right? I've had to get over depression. I've had to get over being overly emotional. There's a lot of hurdles I've had to cross to better myself. So I think this is the next hurdle, and it's probably very important. Not being lazy and putting my best foot forward and working hard in everything that I do. So yeah, that's all, y'all.